And this is my personal yoga practice. Getting started right away. Start short forward fold. Just enough to get out of your kinks. And then if it's fine, doesn't feel like there are any or much today. You feel the sides of a little bit. As the blood rushes to the head. Go pop that. And next up is upward facing dog. Hands towards the feet. Stretch out the wrists and the forearm. Head, take your legs back. Relax. Feel the body start to open. Let the low back slide into place. So some discs and vertebrae that perhaps weren't ready for a posterior flex. So we'll get ready for that. Head back, counterbalance. Nice one. Relax, enjoy the pose. You can't focus. It's not easy to focus. Then count your breaths. Focus on that. If you count your breaths, slowly start to bring awareness, conscious awareness to sensations in your body. So, if you don't feel what your back feels like, your hands, your feet, legs, your lower legs, knees, thighs, glutes. See what stuff feels like, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. That must have a little bit of sensation because the forearm has a little bit of sensation. So I have the fingers pointing towards the feet. Body, for the abdomen, so the inner organs, kidneys, intestines, liver. For your chest, your lungs, and your neck, which goes up to your head. Feel the entirety of your head, right? Everything in your skull. So your brain, your jaw, teeth, nose, cheeks. Register all the parts of the body through your awareness. When you feel that, rank those awareness, rank that awareness, right? Which parts of the body have the most sensation? Take your conscious awareness back to that. Relax, and breathe. And that's it for that. All right. Get out. If you did put the fingers towards the toes, very carefully. Bring the hands back to life. Right, so the wrists had a lot of sensation there. So you go slowly. And next up is scorpion pose. Put the elbows down, elbows about shoulder width apart. Fingers on the floor, hands on the floor, fingers open. There's not going to be too much effort in the hands. Today's the fourth. So the right leg. Body should be ready for a posterior flex. No, knee. Got some balance. Start pose. Relax. Oh, is there any other back bend, right? If you're trying to follow along. I'll just sit and watch, right? If you are trying to follow along, you might want to try a wheel pose or a bridge pose or something like that, simple back bend. Once you find, just relax. And then, yeah, for this pose, I have to protect the low back a little bit, so I have to use the abs a little bit, because the low back joints, right, the vertebrae are saying, hey, yeah, we're at max flex. Okay, that's cool. But I also want the other parts of the back to start flexing. So it's an interesting challenge to protect the low back as I try and enhance and flex from the middle and upper back. And a lot of it's controlled by the abs. So a lot of effort in the abs to change where the flex is on the spine. Better than the left. You know, while you're doing this, you have to balance. Relax, and so I'm also attempting to open the shoulder just a hair. And I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. So lots of room for growth in that pose. Because as I was holding up, right, I was trying to, it was about here, I was trying to open the shoulders a little more. And that was the kicker. That was it. I tried that for a few seconds and the body said, okay, we're done for the day. All right. So you honor and respect the body and you are done for the day. Next up is a long forward fold. If you didn't catch the start of my practice, I always start with a short forward fold. Short as in time. And I do that to just, because a little bit of decompression of the spine. And this is my long forward fold for hopefully 3 minutes. Because I just did a couple posterior flex poses, and I'm going to start working on some more anterior flex poses with the front of the body. And yeah, I keep my hands on my shins when I'm relaxing into the pose, because after doing all the anterior flex, after doing all the posterior flex, the upper facing dog, right? And now I'm doing the anterior flex. The body's just not ready for a full expression of the pose. So you just feel it slowly, and you can fold the arms. The body's saying, yeah, hey, that's forward fold, we can do that. Then we get the heels, ankles, toes, just barely touching. Practice good foot posture. And also catch your breath from that scorpion pose or whatever other back bend you're doing. That is a high action pose. The effort required on this pose is fairly significantly lower. Straighten the knees. Flip the arms, keep yourself balanced. So you're going to finish your feeling on the body. And then I want to put my hand on my feet. So I've got my middle finger all the way down to my heel. I'm just going to straighten the knee. But actually, I can go a little further. Take the fingers outside of the feet just a little bit. You can see that. And then my thumb touching that little muscle that pokes out underneath the ankle. I actually have to bend my knees a little bit to get in there, to get to the posture. And then start to straighten. Actually starting to feel a hamstring stretch. That's pretty cool. Knees is just kind of maintenance and I don't feel much stretch. But here, cut my hands so far to my feet, I should start to feel a stretch. That's pretty cool. Mileage per vary, right? There's actually quite a bit of a stretch. I actually have to use some support muscles to prevent the hip rotation. because the sensation's too much. So it's very good. We should do that, more of that. For example, I haven't done it for 30 seconds or so. All right, in any case, that was that. Next up, next up, I'm going to do some flexing. They support, so I'm right-handed. So the right side first. So, get the right hand towards the chest, plant the right hand back, and then, yeah, you'll see lots of people go up like this, right? It's fine and dandy. I usually like to put the left hand down because I'm using the left arm, right? Pressing the left tricep into the right knee. Actually, just above the knee. Got that left foot flexed up. I'm actually leaning forward a little bit. Right, so I'm pushing the weight with this. And all of this is an effort, right? I'm kind of selling out, I'm cheating on my form so that I can feel like twist on the back. And then the interesting thing when you get here, right, is you've got your thigh pressing into your abdomen, right? And then try to roll your abdominal muscles so that your abdomen can just kind of slide a little bit further. And you feel that. Twist, and when you breathe, interestingly, right, you untwist a little bit when you inhale, and then you accentuate the twist a little bit when you exhale. Good twist on the body. Where you feel sensation, you tighten a little bit, improve a little bit, where muscles can relax. Feel the twist. Like this kind of twist. So I'm really kind of hungry right now. So the body's doing a lot of work in the abdomen, right? All the bile, or whatever, because I'm rather quite hungry. And yeah, today I just basically rolled out of bed and then started the practice. So yeah, this is me, totally cold, fresh from bed, doing this practice. Miles vary, right? But it's all good. We each have our own body, we each know our own limits, and that's what you're doing every day. Just practicing at those limits, behind those limits. And as you practice behind those limits begin to decrease, lessen, or extend. And that's 3 minutes of that. Because that joint, it's a max right there for me. So that side's 3 minutes. On the other side, this is our Janu Sirsasana foot position, right? Right here, Janu Sirsasana foot position. And that you take the knee up and you start off, right? Your shoulders, pelvis square with the leg. And then if you're going to the other side, after you go to the first side, you gotta go slow, right? Especially since we held pose for so long. Because the body, the spine, all the soft tissue around there it reorganized itself, it repositioned itself so it could twist the other way. And so now, trying to get that shoulder into the knee. Right shoulder to the knee. Twist feels a little harder on this side. Not sure why that is. Maybe it's just because the second side. Even the second side's easier, right? It doesn't feel like that for this pose. It's kind of funny. Second side is so much easier. It feels like the body kind of adjusted to the first side. And so the second side is being kind of attached. Because the body's like, oh, hey, yeah, we'll twist to the right. And we'll go all day, right? Look, to the left. No, we can't do that. We just got organized and sort of we're supposed to move to the right. We can't push to the left. You find your expression, and again, yeah, right. You can try to do this nice and perfect and straight without trying to balance and minimize effort. I kind of sell out from a perfect positioning of the pose in order to kind of do what my body's telling me to do and negotiate with the body, right? The body always wins. So respect that. But you can negotiate with it, right? Can we do this? We can do that. There we go. So now there's 43 seconds left, and now I'm starting to feel this pose. Or it feels like I'm in the pose now. Which is, yeah, very interesting. The abdomen, right? Everything's going on in the abdomen. We've got the left thigh pushing in the abdomen, which we're kind of feeling a lot of sensation, right? It's not like a stretching sensation, but I guess since I've been present in the abdomen, twisting it, I guess I'm feeling that. But even the box, feeling the sensation. And the timer's done. All right. Very good. Hooked on stuff. Next up is half pigeon, right? So yeah, for my half pigeon, going on and up, on some more hip flex. So I get the left shoulder under the right ankle. Just kind of take a nap, right? Yeah. Because even with this, I'm feeling a very intense stretch on my right hip. And for me, that's what I'm working on opening that right hip. So, see it? Yeah. Go. So here, all the focus of this for me is on the right hip. It's the right hip right here. I feel a lot of nice, wonderful sensation there, and there's something changing. Like the muscle being away, something opening, some sort of energetic change in the right hip. And more of the pose. And I felt kind of like a muscle moving, but there's no muscle moving. So my guess is that muscles that are stretching, right? They lock into whatever length they need for the day, and then they start to release when you stretch. So I guess it's that muscle releasing. But in order for the muscle to release, right, you have to relax, you have to calm down, and you have to find a position where that muscle needs to release. Otherwise, the muscle's going to stay tight. Stay locked and tight. You need to 36 seconds. And that's the big warning when you start stretching a lot, is that the muscles have been locked up for a long time, years and years, in your adult life. When you start to open those muscles, right, it's a new sensation, and you have to kind of relearn how to walk again, actually using those muscles instead of having those muscles locked up tight. And you have to pay particular attention to your lower back and the positioning of the low back. Because when you start to loosen the hamstrings and hips, low back muscles, then your vertebrae will have a tendency to may have a tendency to get in the wrong spot, and you've got to just practice getting them back into the right spot. And how you do that? Lots of practice. So, the other side. Get all the parts of the body into the spot. Go. So you're kind of an extreme half pigeon, and selling out onto the, to try and feel the sensation of the left hip. You can see it, but my left big toe can feel in the back of my foot. So got my right shoulder on the earth. And feeling that left hip. Nice sensation on the left hip. Just feel the sensation. And relax. Enjoy that sensation on the left hip. Yeah, especially on the left hip. And completely relaxed, everything else. And it's pretty cool. I've got the zero effort pose. Right, no shoulders, the arms, the hips, the leg muscles working. But we're feeling a nice sensation on the left hip. So that's good. That's cool. Get a chance to really relax and focus. It's cool. Next up is going to be Hanumanasana. And like that. There's not a pose that gives you relaxing. Feel that sensation in that left hip. Take the conscious awareness, bring it to that left hip. Feel that sensation, just ever so slightly that sense. Where tomorrow when you get in the pose, you're going to get in the pose a little bit quicker, and you're going to go a little bit deeper. And that's that. All right, so I alluded to you got to get all your vertebrae in the right spot. Okay, so a fantastic stretch that I do to align my low back. You lay down, you bring up one knee, and you bring this over, right? Simple stuff. But I throw on a anterior flex, right? When you have this anterior flex, you're pulling, you're using the abs, pulling down. You'll feel some pops in the low back. And then you do a posterior flex, where I usually feel some pops in the neck. And you balance out, you do both sides. So you bring the left knee up, the left knee over, bring this to the side. Anterior flex, so you're basically kind of doing a crunch. And then posterior flex, you bring this back. And this is a great way that I've found to get your spine back in the right spot. A lot of vertebrae, especially the low back, after you start loosening up the hamstrings, that stuff has a tendency to not feel right. That simple stretch down there, one knee, fold over, anterior flex, posterior flex, it's helped me get my vertebrae back in the right spot. All right, so now we've got a hamstring stretch on the right side. So get the feet into place, get the timer started. Yeah, on this pose. I am trading effort for sensation, right? And I'm allowing myself to use more effort on the pose. My hands, shoulders, body positioning, balance, everything. Even using some of the right leg a little bit, and effort to feel the sensation on the right hamstring. And trying to get the right side of the pelvis on the earth. And since I'm a guy, get the pelvis on the earth, you got to get your other bits in place too. Squeeze something. And my left hip is, so I was up here, right? I came down here because my left hip is saying, hey, we're at max. That's that. So it's to help out the left hip. So I'm still feeling nice and that stretch on the right hamstring. Right, because I can, right, twist the back and go over like that. That's what I want to do, right? What I want to do is I want to get the pelvis to the earth. And I want to rotate the pelvis to be more square to the right leg. But the limiting factor behind that, one of the limiting factors, is that right hamstring. So that's the plan, right, is to stretch out the right hamstring point where I can slowly start to rotate the pelvis over instead of just the shoulders. So yeah, slowly we rotate the pelvis a little bit, and the pelvis comes up off the earth a little bit. That's fine, that's expected. And the left hip says, hey, take care of us too. Take care of that max. So yeah, there's a lot of sensation happening, going on in the body, trying to get the right feel for the stretch. So put more weight on the pelvis. A lot of weight on that right heel. That right heel is really starting to feel some sensation, right? Because there's not much of a callus at the back half, at the back part of the heel. It's just the bone kind of in there. But a safe way to get out of that pose. That pose was pretty extreme. It's quite extreme. Really feeling that both on the inside of the left hip and the right hamstring. Get the timer started and get the other side going. So, same thing. And so, well, it seems like my legs are making about a 135-degree angle. Alright, something like that. So from here all the way to there is about 135 degrees. That's what it seems like. And my pelvis is kind of halfway in between that. That's great stuff. Again, trying to sell out, right? Using effort, force, positioning, balance to feel that stretch on the left hamstring, or to counter the sensations I'm feeling in the right hip. The right hip's at the joint max. So I've got to protect the right hip while I'm feeling the left hamstring. And I've got the left heel pressing into the earth, lots of force on that left heel. Because there's basically nothing else, right? I've got pressure on my hand, right? The hand is contacting the earth, the inside of the right knee is contacting the earth, and then the left heel is contacting the earth. So a lot of around here is just kind of not on the earth. Definitely nothing, like the calf, a little bit, yeah, but not so much. And then the pelvis. Last time, as you start to feel that sensation and feel the body opening, the body accepting the pose. You start to move things a little bit. Nothing the body will let you. Right? It's a negotiation. It's a process. The body always wins. Always want to make it a win-win. Right? Body's a good thing. It's always a win in the end. Check the right hip. Left hamstring. Right shoulders. There's too much effort. No. Feel more force a little bit. It'll be left pelvis in the air. Start to square up the pelvis, chest air, just do it a couple degrees. Already at the end of time, 15 seconds. There we go. Stretch. Yeah, focus back on the stretch. Protect the right hip. And that's that. Find a safe way out. To me, that's about the safest way out is just pick the hips up. Alright, that's our hamstrings. After that, dual wide splits. Okay. Good way to start, if you're not any good at your wide splits yet, is Baddha Konasana. If you can do that easily, right, then you're not going to know the splits yet, right? But you'll be on your way. Stretch. Feet are always out of frame, right? Let's get the feet in frame today. Let's do that. There we go. There we go. And then the feet. Yeah, not quite 180 degrees, right? But that's okay, because what I'm going to do is put the front of the body down. You want the front of the body down, right? Here's all the parts. Here's the spot. And there you go. Front splits. Yeah, it is just that easy, right? After years of practice. Let's get the timer over here, so we have a minute 40 left. You have the balance position. Go back. And another stretch you can do, right? You can take your arms up. Another thing I like to do is bring elbows together to feel a nice stretch on the underside of the shoulders. And so, with that stretch, right, feeling it underneath the scapula. You know, it's me, there's one quick thing you know, when you're like, whatever kind of position like the knee, great hands. Point is to keep the elbows touching, the elbows together. When you do that, and you press the front body on the earth, that's when you start to feel a little bit of the stretch. 52 seconds. You feel the sensation on the body, right? So, maintenance pose for me, but I still feel a little bit on the thighs, right? Because the thighs have to tighten up on the hands on the wall. And this is their chance to loosen up. I've done this enough, and I've had enough. I was able to do this for a little while, right? And then every once in a while, you know, your practice comes and goes. If you stop practicing for about a week, then you start to lose it a little bit, right? So, but if you don't exercise vigorously, but you still stretch out once a week, then the body seems to be able to handle that and it kind of stay where it is. You want to grow, right? And you do that intense once a week, and you can throw some more stuff during the week. But after about a week, the body will start to pull back from where it's going. And if you do an intense workout, right? If you do 2 reps, you sets and reps, you have that delayed onset of soreness, then that's not good, right? Because then the muscles have to rebuild themselves, and then you have to re-stretch all over again. We went way over on that. All right. So what's that? Next up, let's see what it looks like for you. Right. So the handstand practice with the fingers or the hands or the shoulders, fingers up towards the side, just a little bit, and then push up into the starting pose. Check your surroundings, make sure you got some room around you. And then you bend the elbows at first, right, for some control. And then once you start to get towards the posture, you straighten the elbows so that it takes less effort, right? So if you bend the elbows, you have more control, but it takes more effort. You straighten the elbows, you have less control, but it takes less effort. All right, so what I'm gonna do, let's see, timer started, right? Go, like that. But I can't like that, right? Because I'm looking at the earth, so I can keep my balance. Take the legs up a little bit, down. Because with the legs down or kind of halfway, the center of balance is lower. So the balancing aspect is actually a little bit easier with the legs halfway. Focus. Relax. Come on, keep it, baby. Keep it. And that's that. All right. Well, that was fun today. A lot of people showed up. Fantastic. Thanks so much for showing up, everyone. Look at that. Very cool. And all these videos get ported over to YouTube, so feel free. Leave me a comment, leave me a like. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And hope that y'all each enjoy the wonderful rest of this Sunday. Have a good one.